Greetings, ladies and gents. Welcome back to the channel, The Brick Sweethearts. It's the 5th day to celebrate the 4th of May, weekend. We decided that we wanted to do one extra video before we finish these few Star Wars videos. We might have one extra one coming up, so do stay tuned. We'll think about that one, and if we'll release it either tomorrow or maybe we'll just wait for next week. We're still deciding. But we hope that you've been enjoying these few little Star Wars, videos that we've come up with. We do plan to eventually have a few more coming down the line. Personally, it is my kind of theme that I collect within the LEGO system, so we will definitely have more. But today, you may have heard the alarms go off. We do have a video where we're going to be looking at the whole Imperial LEGO Star Wars sets that we currently have and the ever-growing army that we have. So hopefully you will enjoy this. Most of the sets are on the kind of newer side. They do come from, I believe, the last 2 to 3 years. I'm not entirely sure when exactly all of these sets came out. So they are fairly new, but stay tuned till the end because we do have one extra treat. I do happen to have one set that I got maybe 14 years ago, if my maths is correct, maybe. I'm not entirely sure exactly when it came out. I'm sure some of you will remember, and do let me know down in the comments if you do know, the exact date it did come out. But we do have a special set. At the moment, it's unbuilt. It does need to be cleaned, and then we will rebuild it. Also, at the moment, the kind of space that we have is a bit limited, so it's going to be in storage, but I do have something from it that, will kind of hint at what it is. And stay tuned that we will eventually build it and show it off and have a little review for it. But anyway, let's get into the sets that we currently have. We will have a section for the miniatures, and hopefully this collection that we have will keep increasing and we will be able to add more to it. So stay tuned, folks. Now, the first ship that we will be adding to this pile is of course the Imperial Shuttle. If you go back a few videos, you will have seen us build this and review it as part of the May 4th celebrations. So this will be the start of our little collection. Now, we technically did have a few of the other sets bought before this one, but I think it looks well to add here first, as it is a slightly bulky build. So let's put it here and we'll see what we have coming up after this. Nice little location for it. Let's get a few more. One of my next favorite builds is the AT-ST. This was definitely a bit tricky to get, as when we figured out that they were available, apparently they were also retiring. So we kind of, nearly dropped the ball on this one, but we were lucky enough to find one kind of hidden in a shop far away where, not as many people go and buy these things. So definitely one of my favorite builds. Very fun to build. We'll just put him down here. And hopefully they come out with more of these, because I would like a few more to add to the collection. And we'll see, but if we're lucky, maybe we'll find the UCS version of this, It will definitely depend on the price. I don't want to spend too much, but you never know. The next edition here, so let's continue on to the next ones. The TIE Interceptor. What a gem of a ship. Very sleek, very aggressive. We'll put this one maybe tilted this way so we can see that nice profile. I did used to have the original one that came out a very long time ago. If you might remember, it used to have, I believe, these would have been blue and these would be black. So if you remember those very old versions, I used to have one of them. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it anymore and I don't know where it is. So that's one that's kind of, fallen from our collection. But maybe sometime in the future, we'll see if we can, buy a second-hand version and get the original black and blue one. But for now, we have this nice, sleek, gray and black aggressive version that we have here. And we have plenty more to add to the collection. The Humble TIE Fighter. A pretty classic design. I would say pretty recognizable by anyone who's seen Star Wars. To be honest, you might even recognize it if you haven't actually seen the movies. Of course, we had to add this to the collection. We did, in fact, similar to the TIE Interceptor, we did used to have the black and blue version. Again, unfortunately, we no longer have access to it. Maybe in the future we'll be able to get it again, but for now, I definitely love this new design, and I have heard rumors that they might be introducing a kind of a duo set. I don't know if it's either the TIE Fighter or the TIE Interceptor, but one of them will be included with an X-Wing. Those are the rumors, so I definitely look forward to getting those and adding more to the collection. I'm sure you would have guessed, but of course, the TIE Bomber. We couldn't have, our Imperial squad without the 3 TIEs themselves. Perfect additions. I definitely have to say I enjoyed the fact that they all match themselves now. And again, the black and blue, the original versions, were nice, but these are definitely more sleek and better designed. Now the TIE Bomber, we didn't actually have the original, but like the others, we'll keep it on a list, and if we do find it, we'll try and get it. But for now, this is the vehicles that we currently have. We will take a look at the minifigures, so stay tuned for that. What we'll be adding to this? Well, currently what's still available is the Mos Eisley Cantina, where there will be some sand troopers, so hopefully we will add those. Vehicle wise, I believe we only have the UCS AT-AT left. I don't think there's any new kind of vehicle based for the Empire that we don't have. I'll need to double check, but I don't think they have them. And then we will eventually get the boarding the Tantive 4 scene for extra stormtroopers. So I believe this is all the vehicles that we have, except for the surprise that we have. Wait until the end, after the minifigures, and then, we'll be able to show you what we have in store. our Imperial minifigure collection. Now, if you've been keeping up with the videos that we've released for the May 4th, you may remember that we did in fact have a few snowtroopers. How could we have an Imperial collection if we didn't include these wonderful snowtroopers? And, of course, with the snowtroopers, we also get some scout troopers. Fun little addition to our collection. Obviously I went a tiny bit overboard, but I couldn't help myself, so these will be the start. I believe we have 30 of the snowtroopers and 10 of the scout troopers. In addition to that, we also have, it's a bit dark, but the three at the back are in fact the dark troopers, and then we have the captain, I can't remember her name, but she is from the TIE Bomber set, so we have them to add to collection. And of course, the various TIE pilots and the AT-ST driver and an Imperial officer that came with the Imperial shuttle. So these are adding to our collection. Now this droid does have a thermal detonator on top, but that's just because I needed to kind of store that somewhere, and I just kind of put it on top of him as a hat. And we can't forget our little gonk droid here with his Imperial symbol. So far we have 2 officers. I don't believe this driver is an officer, but yeah, they're currently leading our Imperial force. Now, we can't forget the Emperor and Darth Vader. It's a bit difficult to see here, but I will have a bit of B-roll that will kind of show these off. As you can see, we have the Emperor Sidious from the, what you call it? The calendar for Christmas. He came with his little red sweater. And then we could, of course, have 3 Darth Vaders. I believe the 2 on the right have the arm prints, if I can see correctly, and the one here on the left, he does not have arm prints. So those are kind of the modern, the modern sets. These are all from that. We do have a few minifigures from an old set. That is, of course, the surprise that I have, so I'll leave those as part of that, just so that I don't kind of, ruin the surprise in a sense. But yeah, let me get some close-up of these. I would say that at the moment, one of my favorites has to be this driver. He is just very unique in comparison to the others, and I don't know, I enjoy that grey colored helmet. I do wish I could, get a few more of him. So yeah, I think for now, let me get the close-ups for this. Some of you eagle-eyed viewers may recognize what this is from. It is, of course, an escape pod from a pretty old Star Destroyer. We do have all the pieces for it. I got it when I was very young, and it happens to be one of those sets that were easily stored, ironically enough, even though it was probably the largest, just because I put a lot of cling film on it, so that kind of kept it all in one place. So of course, here is the escape pod, and we do in fact have some of the old models. As you can see, 2 old TIE pilots, 2 of the red Praetorian guards, and that is Darth Vader with an inbuilt lightsaber. The light still works. It's a bit faint, but it's still there. So somehow the battery is still going after, I would say minimum of 12 to 14 years. Still going, that little lightsaber. And of course, with this set, you also got, well, apologies, the one with the light wasn't actually from this set. I do believe this is the Darth Vader that you get from the Star Destroyer. With the Stormtroopers, we have Sidious in his blue screen form. And of course we have Grand Moff Tarkin, I believe, and a random Imperial officer. Currently it's unbuilt. We do need to wash all the pieces. Luckily, these minifigures aren't too yellowed. They seem pretty much white except for like maybe a tinge of an eggshell color, but they're not too bad. We will get these washed as well, try and clean them up a bit, and we will obviously make a video where we can review the set. It would be nice if they came out with a brand new version of a Star Destroyer, and yes, we would love to have the UCS Star Destroyer. Unfortunately, it's quite expensive, so it's not an easy one to get. Maybe down the line, if we happen to have saved up enough and found a good enough bargain, we'll try and get it. But for now, we still have the Playscale version, and I do look forward to being able to rebuild it and displaying it in our collection. So let us know down in the comments below what you think of our small but growing Imperial collection. Obviously we would like to add more. So there are some old sets that we would be interested in, but of course it definitely depends on the price that we can find it secondhand and if it's, in a good condition. For now we will be focusing on what's currently available from LEGO. We do want to, add those to our collections before they retire. I would be interested in definitely getting a few more of these new Stormtroopers. Their helmet design is very nice and a bit more filled out than the old versions, so definitely would like to add a few more of those. Let us know if you have any of these sets. Obviously, if you have some older sets, let us know about those too. We would definitely be interested in finding out more. For now, we hope you enjoy this video. It's small, but as I said, we will be increasing the size eventually. And if you liked the video, don't forget to drop us a like. We will be releasing more videos coming up soon. This will probably be the last video for the May 4th celebration, but definitely not the last Star Wars video, that's for sure. So, as I said, drop us a comment, drop us a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next ones, folks. Take care.